On this BuMpY 50-point inspection from Keene, New Hampshire, and Modestman, I have Strictly Business. This is a double IPA, comes in at 8.5% ABV. They are using Citra, Nelson, and Galaxy hops in this one. It gives some tasting notes on the back of the can here. It says, should be looking for some ripe melon, creamy papaya, crisp white grape, tropical sangria, and a subtle dankness. Yeah. So some of those notes definitely coming out of the Nelson and the Galaxy. Citra can be a bit on the peachy side, a little bit tropical and stuff, I believe, as well. Passion fruit and guava out of Citra. But yeah, let's go ahead and crack into this one. I'm enjoying the can art. It's like money. All right. Canned on date on this one. I have had it for a few weeks now, so I would say it's within a month plus of age. The aromas on this one, actually, let's get some look-sees here. It's a very tight, white, bubbled, frothy head. Color of the beer itself, very hazy and kind of a light orange, yellowish gold type coloration. Aromas now. It definitely has that creaminess to it. I would kind of push towards mango versus papaya. Kind of more of a creamy mango than papaya, but yeah, either way, I guess. Maybe a little bit earthy tone spiciness. Melon. I can get the melon out of it, and also a little bit of a grape, like kind of like a white grape. Doesn't smell super tropical, and also I'm not detecting any dankness in the aromatics, but the other notes are there. So let's dive in. Cheers. Medium body, lower medium side carbonation, soft palate on this one. I'm getting a lot of this kind of like wheat, oat, a little bit grainy type flavors from the malt. Slight white bread. Yeah, it's a bit on that papaya side. A little bit of that kind of earthy and spicy type tone coming through, especially on the finish. Slight amount of a kind of white grape. This one's a little bit like a white wine. The bitterness, it's mild to moderate, and it definitely is that spicy type of a bittering finish. Kind of earthy tone, spicy. There's a slight hint of a melon in there. It's like the green melon, not the watermelon, but the little green one. I don't know if that's a cantaloupe. I think the cantaloupe's more of like an orange color. So whatever that little green melon is. Now I was starting to lean towards maybe picking up a little bit of alcohol in the flavor, but I really don't think that's what it is. I think it is the bitterness. As I'm drinking on this, I'm starting to get more of a piney bittering effect on the tail end. It does linger on. Still no dank. There's no dank. I'm always disappointed when there's supposed to be some type of a dankness in the brew, and it's just not there. All right, well, it's time to give this one a score. Okay, for the appearance, I'm going to give this a 6 out of 6. On the aromatics, malt doesn't really push through, but it does have a lot of the hop aromas that are mentioned. This one's not a big old juice bomb on the aromatics or in the flavors, really. But the notes are pretty much there for the most part. I'm at an 8 out of 10 for the aromas. On the flavor, malt, the graininess. Not a fan in this aspect of this type of brew right now with the way this beer is drinking, of the grain note that comes through with the malt. Wish it was a bit more bready, less grainy flavored. The wheat, the oat type thing is perfectly fine. The hops are giving off some of the flavor notes. I wish that there was more. I wish that the dankness that they speak of was coming through a bit more, and I also wish that it was a bit more tropical. I'm at a 14 out of 19. And that also includes that kind of bittering note that's starting to really come up. This one went from kind of a mild to moderate to a definite moderate bitterness when that pine really started shining through. So 14 out of 19 for the flavors. Body on it, it's a medium body, smooth on the palate. It's nice. So nice mouthfeel and a medium body that works with it. 5 out of 5. My overall on this one, I was kind of wishy-washy on it. But started noticing like the pine notes and stuff like that, and the aftertaste for a little bit wasn't that great. But as I've started drinking on it a little bit more, the flavors are getting a little bit better, especially on the finish of the beer. Yeah, the papaya type note, bit of that melon and grape is starting to kind of come back around again, and that piney bitterness is not as much on the tail end at this point. Plus, it's kind of starting to hide that graininess from the malt just a little bit. At this point, I'm at a 7 out of 10. My overall on this beer. The Strictly Business from Modestman Brewing Company is going to get a BuMpY 40 out of 50, which is going to leave this as a good beer. I just want to say cheers. Thank you all for watching.